Have you ever woken up feeling like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Like no matter how much you rest, that spark you once had feels just out of reach. You're not alone. So many of us notice that as the years go by, our vitality starts to slip, not because of age itself, but because of little habits we don't even realize are draining us. The good news? It's never too late to turn things around. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple but powerful habits that can help you reclaim your energy, feel lighter, and enjoy life with more vibrancy than you thought possible. These aren't drastic changes or impossible challenges. They're small, everyday shifts that add up to big differences. And the best part, you can start today. Maybe you've caught yourself sighing more than smiling lately, or you've stopped putting effort into how you present yourself because who's going to notice, anyway? These things matter more than we think. They shape how we feel about ourselves and how others connect with us. And when we let them slide, we don't just lose energy, we lose pieces of the joy that make life fulfilling. So, if you're ready to feel more like yourself again, to wake up with excitement, move through your day with ease, and attract more warmth and connection into your life, then this is for you. Let's start with the first habit, because this one alone can change everything. I'll know that sluggish feeling when you first wake up. That heavy, slow sensation that makes you want to stay in bed just a little longer. What if I told you there's a simple way to turn that around in just 5 minutes? It all starts with movement, not intense exercise, just gentle, intentional motion to wake up your body and mind. Here's why this works. As we sleep, our bodies slow down, our circulation decreases, our muscles stiffen, and our energy feels stuck. When we jump straight from bed to the couch or breakfast table, we're missing a crucial opportunity to jumpstart our systems. But when we take just a few minutes to move with purpose, we're sending a powerful message to our whole body. It's time to wake up and live today. Try this simple routine tomorrow morning. Before you even check your phone or make coffee, take 3 deep breaths. Then, still sitting on the edge of your bed, roll your shoulders, gently turn your head side to side, and stretch your arms overhead. Stand up slowly and do 5 gentle knee lifts while holding onto something sturdy if needed. Finish by reaching your hands toward your toes, as far as comfortable, and then rolling back up to standing tall. This isn't about fitness or flexibility. It's about creating a morning ritual that sets the tone for your whole day. People who do this consistently report feeling more alert, experiencing less stiffness, and even noticing better moods throughout the day. The magic is in the consistency. Doing it every day creates a compounding effect where each morning gets a little easier, a little more energizing. Remember Mrs. Thompson from our introduction? She started with just 2 minutes of morning stretches, and within weeks, she found herself looking forward to waking up. I didn't realize how much I was missing by staying still, she told us. Now my body actually craves that little morning dance with myself. The beautiful thing is, this habit adapts to you. If standing is difficult, you can do seated movements. If 5 minutes feels like too much, start with 1. The key is to listen to your body while gently encouraging it to wake up. Tomorrow morning, before the world makes its demands on you, give yourself this small gift of movement. Your whole day will thank you for it. You might be thinking, I know I should drink more water, but does it really make that much difference? The answer is yes, more than you might realize. Many of us go through our days mildly dehydrated without even knowing it, and that subtle lack of water can drain our energy, fog our thinking, and even make us feel older than we are. Here's what happens as we age. Our sense of thirst becomes less sharp, so we don't always notice when our body needs fluids. But water isn't just about quenching thirst. It's the oil that keeps our whole system running smoothly. It helps our joints move with ease, our brains stay sharp, and even our digestion work properly. When we're dehydrated, everything feels harder, standing up, concentrating, even staying in a good mood. But here's the good news: fixing this doesn't mean forcing down gallons of water or making yourself run to the bathroom all day. It's about small, smart habits that add up. Try this. Start your day with a glass of water. Before coffee, before breakfast. Overnight, your body loses moisture, so this first glass is like giving your cells a wake-up call. Keep water where you can see it. Fill a pretty pitcher or bottle and leave it where you spend most of your time, next to your favorite chair, on the kitchen counter. If it's in sight, you'll sip without thinking. Eat your water, too. Foods like cucumbers, oranges, and soups count toward hydration and make it easier to get fluids without chugging glass after glass. And here's a little secret. Hydration isn't just about physical health. It's a form of self-respect. When we take the time to nourish our bodies, we're sending ourselves a message, I matter. One woman told us that after she started carrying a water bottle, she caught herself standing taller, feeling more alert, and even smiling more. It's like I gave myself permission to care for myself again, she said. So tomorrow, before you reach for anything else, reach for water, your body, and your energy. Well, thank you. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had a conversation that truly lit you up? Not just a quick chat about the weather or what's for dinner, but a real, meaningful exchange that left you feeling energized. If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. Many of us done realize how much we've let our connections fade until we feel that quiet loneliness creeping in. Here's the truth: our brains are wired for connection. Every meaningful conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of understanding actually releases feel-good chemicals in our bodies. It's like nature's energy boost. But so many of us are missing out without even realizing it. The solution isn't about becoming the life of the party or forcing yourself to socialize when you don't feel like it. It's about creating small moments of real connection every single day. Here's how. Start with just 5 minutes. Call an old friend while you're having your morning tea, not to discuss anything heavy, just to hear their voice. Smile and make eye contact with the cashier at the grocery store. Compliment a neighbor on their garden. These tiny interactions create ripples of positive energy that come back to you. And here's something beautiful: technology can help if we use it right. That device in your pocket. It's not just for news and games. Use it to reconnect with someone you've been meaning to call. Send a voice message instead of a text. Hearing a loved one's voice can brighten both your days. Remember George, who shared his story with us? After his wife passed, he went months barely speaking to anyone. Then he started making one small connection a day, first with his mail carrier, then at the senior center coffee hour. I didn't realize how much I was starving for conversation, he said. Now those little chats are the highlight of my day. Your challenge today? Reach out to one person, just one. It could be as simple as telling the pharmacist, I appreciate your help. Watch how that moment of connection changes your energy. Because the truth is, we're all in this together, and every interaction is a chance to feel more alive. Have you ever noticed how just sitting outside for a few minutes can make your whole mood shift? That's not just your imagination. Science shows that spending time in nature actually lowers stress hormones, boosts our immune system, and even helps us think more clearly. Yet so many of us spend our days completely indoors without realizing what we're missing. You don't need to hike mountains or camp in the woods to get these benefits. The magic is in small, daily doses of nature. Here's how to make it part of your routine. Start by opening your curtains wide every morning. Let that natural light flood in before you even start your day. If you have a balcony or patio, take your morning coffee out there. Even just 5 minutes of fresh air sets a different tone for your entire day. Notice how the air feels, listen to the birds, watch how the light moves through the leaves. For those days when going outside feels like too much, bring nature inside. A simple potted plant by your favorite chair, a vase of fresh flowers from the grocery store, or even just opening windows to let in the breeze can make a world of difference. Studies show that hospital patients with a view of trees actually heal faster. That's how powerful nature's effect is on our bodies. Margaret, 78, told us how she started sitting on her apartment's fire escape every morning with her tea. At first I thought it was silly, just a tiny metal balcony overlooking an alley. But then I noticed the sparrows nesting nearby and how the sunlight hits the bricks in the afternoon. Now it's my favorite part of the day, my little escape to nature. Your challenge: find your own version of Margaret S. Fire escape. Maybe it's walking to the park bench down the street, or simply sitting by an open window with your eyes closed, feeling the sun on your face. However you do it, give yourself that gift of connection to the natural world every single day. Your body and mind will thank you in ways you might not even expect. Let me share something profound I've learned. How we end our days shapes how we begin the next one. Many of us collapse into bed exhausted, our minds still racing with the day's worries, only to wake up feeling like we never truly rested. But what if just 10 minutes each evening could change that completely? This isn't about keeping a perfect journal or forcing some elaborate routine. It's about creating a simple space between your day and your night, a mental deep breath that helps you process, release, and prepare. Here's how it works. About 30 minutes before bed, find a quiet spot. You might ask yourself two simple questions. What's one thing from today I'm grateful for? What's one thing I'm letting go of before tomorrow? That's it. No pressure to come up with profound answers. Some days your gratitude might be for a good cup of tea or a phone call from an old friend. What you are letting go could be as simple as a frustrating encounter at the pharmacy or a chore you didn't get to. The magic happens in the pause between the questions, that moment when you actually stop and acknowledge your day. This practice does three powerful things. It helps your brain transition from doing to resting mode. It prevents today's stresses from becoming tomorrow's baggage. It trains your mind to spot the good, even on tough days. James, a retired mechanic, told us how this changed his nights. I used to lie awake going over everything I did wrong that day. Now I fall asleep remembering the neighbor who waved at me or how good my lunch tasted. I wake up lighter. Your evening reflection can take any form that works for you. You might whisper it to yourself, write a sentence in a notebook, or even share it with a partner. The key is consistency, not perfection. Try it for just 3 nights and notice the difference in how you sleep and wake up. Remember, this isn't another chore, it's a gift you give your future self. Because when we end our days with intention, we begin the next one with quiet strength. And isn't that how we all want to feel? You know that feeling when you've been scrolling too long and suddenly realize hours have disappeared. Our devices are designed to pull us in, but what they were really stealing is something precious, our presence in our own lives. The good news? We can take that power back with simple boundaries that create space for what truly matters. This isn't about quitting technology cold turkey. That's not realistic anymore. It's about creating small pockets of your day where you are fully present. Try this experiment for 1 week. Designate your first 30 minutes after waking and last 30 minutes before bed as screen-free time. No news, no emails, no endless scrolling. Just you and the quiet morning light or the peaceful transition to sleep. What happens in these screen-free zones is magical. Without the constant barrage of information, your mind gets to wake up and wind down naturally. You might notice the birds singing outside your window, actually taste your breakfast, or have a meaningful conversation with your spouse. These are the moments that make life rich, the ones we miss when we are glued to our screens. Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother, shared her breakthrough. I didn't realize how anxious the morning news was making me until I stopped watching it with my coffee. Now I sit quietly or call my granddaughter instead. My whole day starts differently. Here's the beautiful truth. When we create these digital boundaries, we are not missing out, we are making room. Room for deeper connections, for quiet reflection, for simply being present in our own lives. Your challenge: start with just 1 screen-free pocket today. Notice how it feels to reclaim that time as yours. You might be surprised at how much life exists beyond the glow of that screen. Have you ever watched a child completely absorbed in discovering something new? That wide-eyed wonder isn't just for kids. It's a natural human experience we often lose as we get older, but can reclaim at any age. Here's the beautiful secret: our brains never lose their ability to grow and change, and tapping into that ability might be the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. This isn't about going back to school or forcing yourself to learn something difficult. It's about finding small ways to spark that sense of discovery in your daily life. Maybe it's finally trying that recipe you've been curious about, learning a few phrases in a new language, or figuring out how to use one new feature on your phone each week. The key is choosing something that feels like play, not work. When we engage our curiosity, remarkable things happen in our brains. New neural connections form, our memory gets exercise, and we often find ourselves with more energy and enthusiasm. Margaret, an 82-year-old who started watercolor painting during the pandemic, put it perfectly. At first I was terrible, but that didn't matter. What surprised me was how alive I felt when I was learning. It reminded me that I am still growing, still becoming. The magic happens in the trying, not the mastery. You don't need to become an expert. You just need to let yourself be a beginner again. That uncomfortable feeling of not knowing how to do something, that's your brain growing. That frustration when it doesn't come easily, that's your spirit getting stronger. Here's your invitation this week. Try one small new thing, something that makes you feel just a little bit like that curious child again. It could be as simple as exploring a different walking route in your neighborhood and noticing new details, or finally asking your grandchild to show you how to play their favorite video game. Don't worry about being good at it. Just enjoy the delicious feeling of discovering. Because the truth is, we're never too old to begin again. We just have to be brave enough to take that first curious step. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had a really good belly laugh? The kind that makes your eyes water and your stomach hurt? If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. As we get older, we often forget how powerful laughter can be, not just for our mood, but for our overall health and well-being. Here's what most people don't realize: laughter is like internal jogging for your body. A good laugh gives your heart a healthy workout, boosts your immune system, and releases natural painkillers in your brain. It's nature's perfect medicine with no side effects and no prescription needed. Yet somehow, we let this free, joyful medicine slip away from our daily lives. You don't need to be funny or watch stand-up comedy to bring more laughter into your life. Here are simple ways to invite more joy. Spend time with people who make you smile, that neighbor with the great stories, your grandkids when they being silly. Laughter is contagious in the best way. Revisit old favorites, watch that classic comedy movie again, pull out the photo album with those ridiculous vacation pictures. Joy lives in our memories too. Don't take yourself too seriously when something goes wrong. Try to find the humor in it. Spilled your coffee? Now you've got a modern art masterpiece on your kitchen floor? Sam, a 79-year-old retired teacher, started what he calls Laughter Wednesdays at his senior center. We don't even need a reason, he says. Sometimes we just start fake laughing until it turns real. By the end, everyone feels 10 years younger. Your challenge this week: create one opportunity for genuine laughter. Call the friend who always tells great stories, watch that silly video your kids sent you, or simply allow yourself to be silly for a moment. That deep, healing laughter is still inside you. Sometimes it just needs a little invitation to come out and play. Remember, we don't stop laughing because we grow old because we stop laughing. Your body and soul will thank you for every joyful chuckle. Now, who's ready to laugh their way to better health? Have you ever caught yourself feeling guilty for simply sitting still? In our busy world, we've forgotten one of life's most essential pleasures: the art of doing nothing at all. Not sleeping, not scrolling, not even reading, just being. This isn't laziness. It's one of the most nourishing things we can do for our minds and bodies. Here's the surprising truth: when we allow ourselves moments of pure stillness, we're actually giving our brains their most productive rest. It's in these quiet spaces that our thoughts settle, our creativity stirs, and our bodies truly recharge. Think of it like this: even the ocean needs the stillness between waves. You don't need a meditation cushion or hours of free time to practice this. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit comfortably where you feel at ease. Let your hands rest in your lap, soften your gaze, or close your eyes. Simply notice the rhythm of your breathing. That's it. No special techniques, no trying to empty your mind. When thoughts come thousand and they will, let them pass like clouds moving across the sky. The magic isn't tea in perfection, it's in the gentle return to stillness each time you notice your mind has wandered. Eleanor, an 80-year-old retired nurse, shares how this changed her life. At first I thought it was a waste of time. Then I noticed my afternoon energy improved, and I wasn't snapping at my husband as much. Now those quiet minutes are my sacred time. They make everything else easier. Your challenge. Tomorrow, gift yourself 5 minutes of guilt-free stillness. Maybe it sits on your porch with morning coffee, or in your favorite chair before dinner. Don't call it meditation if that feels intimidating. Call it your being time. Notice how this simple pause affects the rest of your day. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is absolutely nothing at all. And that's more than enough. Let me tell you a secret about change. It doesn't happen in grand gestures or overnight transformations. The real magic lives in those almost too small to notice steps we take every single day. That 5-minute stretch in the morning, the glass of water before coffee, the conscious decision to put down your phone and really listen to someone. These aren't just habits, they read love letters to your future self. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to do everything at once. In fact, you should. Lasting change happens when we focus on one small thing at a time, master it, and then build from there. Maybe this week you start with morning stretches. Next month, you add in more hydration. By this time next year, you could be living a completely different quality of life, all because of these daily choices that seemed insignificant at the time. Martha, who at 76 completely transformed her energy levels, put it perfectly, I didn't overhaul my life, I just kept making the next right choice. One day I looked back and realized how far those small steps had carried me. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this. Aging isn't about losing vitality, it's about redirecting it. The years may change our bodies, but they don't have to diminish our joy, our connections, or our sense of wonder. Every positive choice you make, no matter how small, is a vote for the life you want to live. Your journey starts wherever you are, with whatever feels doable today. Maybe that's drinking more water, or maybe simply allowing yourself to sit quietly for 5 minutes. Whatever it is, honor it, celebrate it, because this isn't about perfection, it's about showing up for yourself, one loving choice at a time. Now take a deep breath and know that the power to feel more vibrant, more connected, and more alive has been inside you all along. All you have to do is begin.